Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Ears. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be. And I'll be going over 5 advanced tips to stop you from dying so much here in Modern Warfare. Now, if you guys enjoy my best class setups, my best settings, my tips and tricks videos, or my gameplay breakdowns, I'm going to continue uploading that style of content to my channel. Make sure you guys absolutely smash the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified immediately and staying up to date when I upload a new video. Now, also, let me know down in the comment section right now, what is your biggest complaint? What is your biggest setback? What is something that's preventing you from becoming the player you know you can become here in Modern Warfare? Hopefully, I clear that up and help you guys improve in this video. And with all being said, let's jump right into the 5 advanced tips. Alright, so when going into each and every match of Modern Warfare, it is very important that you guys are understanding the spawn influencers. Now, this is going to be tip number 1. I'm going to be going in depth on this and kind of explaining further in detail what this actually means and how you can apply this in-game and on each and every map. Now, Euphrates Bridge, I know you guys see this a lot. This is the best map in Modern Warfare to practice and to also showcase all of these tips that I'm going to be discussing in this video. Now, the reason why Euphrates Bridge is the best is you guys probably already know, or if you guys don't already know, is that this map can either go very well or very bad. Now, the reason being is because once you guys get into the spawn, once you guys embed in the spawn, you can absolutely wreak havoc. And also, if you have either a team that knows how to control B or a team that really isn't pushing up, but you guys are playing against an enemy team that isn't fully aware of all the flank routes, you can go absolutely crazy on this map. Now, it also can go very bad if you guys do not have a team that pushes up, sits in the back of the map, snipes all game. Then you're going to be getting put in a spawn trap, and the enemy players are be using these tactics against you, and this is exactly what you do not want to have happen. Now, if you guys are unfortunately on the receiving end of a Euphrates Bridge spawn trap, this is what they're doing to you. This is what you guys can kind of understand what's happening to you, so you guys can combat that, which I'm going to be explaining in this video as well. Now, back to tip number 1. Influencers, the spawn influencers. Now, you guys see here, I'm actually controlling construction area. Now, I'm going to rewind this clip really quickly because this is a very important part of the video. You guys can see here what I'm looking at right now is I have 4 to 5 teammates that are all occupying the B area, even though we do not have it capped. Now, if you have C and A capped on Euphrates Bridge, and this is actually a common occurrence that happens on this map. Usually when your team is getting either spawn trapped or the enemy team is getting spawn trapped, they're going to spawn some enemy players or your team on the complete polar opposite side of the map, which is going to completely flip the spawns, and in turn it's going to be spawning your team either on construction site or it's going to be spawning your team in front of the buses. That's exactly what happened in this gameplay, and the only other places their enemy team is going to be spawning at is either all the way in the back of the A spawn. They're either going to be spawning in on construction site where I am right now, or they're going to be spawning in directly under the bridge. They very rarely flip the enemy team back to the C spawn because that is probably one of the most dangerous spawn points to have, you know, the enemies camping at, because either A, you can run it effectively and absolutely just destroy the lobby, which you're going to be seeing me do in this video, or either B, you know, they're just going to camp back there and nothing is going to get done and the game's going to be a stalemate. Now, because I'm actually sitting here on construction, because my teammates are sitting underneath the bridge, they are not going to be spawning in on construction, they're not going to be spawning in under the bridge, and they're definitely not going to be spawning in on the buses, and also they're not going to be spawning in back C. So the only possible spot they could be spawning in on is going to be back A. This is kind of what you have to understanding the spawn influencers and understanding where enemies are going to be coming at, even though they do not have a home flag, or maybe they don't have a flag at all. Now, again, what you're going to be seeing me do is rotate back toward the A spawn through the bushes area. Now, you guys probably see me do this all the time. You guys have probably seen other players that are decent at Modern Warfare do this. This is definitely a tactic that you guys should definitely, you know, utilize to get into the A spawn. Now, because we have pushed through the A spawn, because my teammates are now going ahead and influencing the spawns back to the C spawn, because you guys can see we have a guy literally lying down at construction looking back at C. The enemy team is going to be back at the C spawn. So I'm rotating back to C, and I get on this rock head glitch. Now this is another part of the match, and also a part of the map where you guys need to keep in mind. Now whenever they are spawning in at the back C area, or they have just B capped, they could be camping in the back areas of the C spawn, either coming from the far left where I'm ADSing right now, or they could be coming from the far right. Now this is an area of the map where you guys have got to have lockdown at all times, regardless if you guys are spawn trapping them at A, regardless if they have B flag, or regardless if they have C flag. Having control of this area of the map is super important, because there are far too many places to camp, far too many places for people to sit up and to post up with claymores, that you guys do not want that to happen against you. And that's probably why you guys are dying so much, and probably why the enemy team is getting streaks on you when you guys are playing on Euphrates Bridge. Again, there's other maps on Modern Warfare this can happen on. One of those is being Ramaza. Now, if, like I said, understanding the spawn influencers, I'm going to do a quick kind of overview of Ramaza. If you guys let them have B, they're going to be camping in the construction area, and they're just not going to move, and there's too many places for them to be camping at for you to have an idea of where that 1 or 2 players might be that are streaking. And it gets really annoying to kind of constantly go in there, try to fish them out, go through 10 claymores. Literally, it's ridiculous how much claymores are used on that map. That's kind of what I'm talking about on understanding spawn influencers, and pretty much getting enemies out of areas where you guys do not want them to be at. Now, kind of fast forwarding through the gameplay, as you guys can see here, I'm trying to figure out exactly where they're spawning. I checked back C. My VTOL jet was taking them out again at C. I'm going back to A because I've noticed that my teammates are starting to clear them off of the A flag after they started to cap it. And this is a part of the game where it could get very frustrating. Now, I'm going to be putting up a class on the screen right now. This is the Kilo class setup that I was using. I'm also going to be putting up an M4 class setup. If you guys are wondering on what classes to use on this map, definitely check out these 2 class setups. Now, again, when you guys are playing on Euphrates Bridge, when you guys are trying to get in the spawn, you have to be very wary of, like I said, where your teammates are, and again, where your enemies could possibly be at. Now, since they are, about to cap the C flag, we have the C flag kind of capped out. Now, I'm going to rewind this portion of the gameplay right now. You guys can see here that they have the C flag partially capped. Now, when the C flag is partially capped, or when any flag is partially capped on Modern Warfare, you need to automatically assume that that's where they're going to be spawning up at. Now, I believe that there is a spawn influencer on this game, that if the flag is partially capped, or it's about to be partially capped, the game is going to be spawning more players on that C flag, or whatever flag they're having, partially capped, they're trying to cap. As you guys can see here, there's no other flag capped on this map. My teammates are nowhere near C, so it's safe to assume that they're going to be spawning in on the C flag. Now, what we're going to be transitioning to is tip number 2. I elaborated a lot on spawn influencers. Tip number 2 is going to be setting up hit and run tactics, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing on Euphrates Bridge. It's going to be getting me a lot of kills very fast. So you guys can see here, their entire team is spawning in on C flag after I had just popped my advanced UAV. So right there, I'm trying to figure out the best possible way to get embedded in their spawn and start setting up my traps, so I can go ahead and get my streaks as fast as possible and hopefully get a tactical nuke. Now right here, I'm running the spawns, the stereotypical standard Euphrates Bridge C side spawn trap. This is exactly what you guys want to have happen on this map. You guys running the spawns, you guys shooting them from behind. You guys can see here, I am not taking any damage whenever I'm getting in gunfights, or rarely taking damage. And I'm always shooting enemies that are unaware of where I am. I'm shooting them from behind. They're not expecting me to be running their spawn. They're not expecting me to understand exactly where they're spawning at. You guys can see here, every time that I kill somebody, I have a general idea. I'm always jump shotting and pre-firing around a corner to understand where they are at. Now, that's actually going to be another tip. I'm going to fast forward. That's going to be another tip. Jump shotting, pre-firing, ADSing around every single corner. I don't know why people do not do this a lot here in Modern Warfare. It's something that people kind of just forget to do, and I don't understand why. Now, you have to understand where enemies are going to be spawning at, understand where enemies are going to be coming from, and then in tune, you can kind of put these tips together and use them in your advantage. Kind of pre-firing, jump shotting every corner. You guys can see here, every time that I'm turning a corner, I'm anticipating the enemies are going to be there, even though they might not be. Now, again, this is something that might be a common tip that a lot of you guys know, but for some reason, a lot of players that are playing Modern Warfare, most likely they're new to the game, which is completely fine, are not doing so. And this is something you guys need to keep in mind and utilize at all times. Now, again, we're going to transition to another tip. I'm kind of trying to do this on the fly on this gameplay, kind of walk you guys through exactly what I'm doing. Now, this is going to be called setting up traps in the hit and run tactics. Now, when I'm running this building, now you're going to see me sit in this building for quite some time. Now, I'm not going to lie, I was camping this building, but you have to understand why I was camping this building. Now, what you're going to be seeing here again is, I'm going to rewind this clip. After I go ahead and throw my Betty there, I throw it there because I understand that their team is constantly trying to rush the left-hand side of the map to try to get behind buses, to flip the spawns, have their team spawn in around the buses area, influence the spawns to that side of the map, so they can hopefully either A, cap the B flag, or B, go ahead and get to the A flag to flip the spawns. Obviously, I do not want that to happen on Euphrates Bridge, so I'm going to throw my Betty on that left-hand side of the map to lock that down. Now, what I'm going to be going ahead and doing right now is pushing into this C building, and I'm going to be throwing a Betty at the door. Now, this is an area of the map where you guys need to lock down and set up the traps as quickly as possible. Again, this is where my quote-unquote camping begins to start. Now, the reason why I'm sitting in this building is because I have full control, literally full control of the C spawn. I can see where they're spawning at, and the best part is I'm not going to be influencing their spawns, and the spawns are not going to be flipping. You guys can see on the mini map there is absolutely none of my teammates around me. We have that one teammate that's on that rock head glitch, which does not influence the spawns, and it actually is perfect that he's there because he can take out any stragglers, and I'm able to completely feast off the left hand side of the map of C, the middle side of the map, and also the enemies that are going to be sitting all the way on the far right. I'm going to be going ballistic and just mowing people down that have no chance and no idea of what I'm actually doing to them. And this is exactly what setting up traps and the hit and run tactics are. This is going to be tip number 3 that I'm going to be explaining, like I said, in this video. Now, like I said, I'm in this building. I'm just picking them off. I have one teammate that's pushing up on the C flag, but you know what? It doesn't matter because I know that he's looking in the wrong direction, because I know that he actually did not go up through the building. I'm not going to be worried about that teammate. As you guys saw, he quickly got taken out and he died incredibly fast. Now, again, I'm also, like I said, patrolling this building, taking them out on the right-hand side. You guys can see that there's 2 of my teammates actually going ahead, and they pushed up on the rock head glitch. One of them got taken out, and my teammate went ahead and stupidly capped the C flag. But because we are getting 3 cap, because we have pretty much no teammates in the C flag area, I still understand that the enemy team are still most likely going to be spawning in on C, because they're either going to be spawning in back C or all the way in the back A, which I understand that is not going to be a likely spawn because we have so many teammates occupying B flag and also camping in the back of the A spawn. As you guys can see here, they're still spawning in on C, they're still flooding C, and I'm able to pick them off very easily. Now right here, you guys can see that they actually went ahead and they took the B flag. Now, what does this mean? What does this mean when I'm in the C flag and they have taken the B flag? Now, this is what's going to be happening. They're either going to be spawning in on buses, or they're still going to be spawning in on back C, which they are doing right now. Now, again, because I'm the only person in the C spawn, and because that flag was partially capped, they're still spawning in on the C spawn, and I'm able to pick them off very easily. This side of the map is very easy to lock down, and I don't know why a lot of people don't like Euphrates Bridge. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I did not like the C spawn at first on this map, but after I actually kind of figured out how to run it, and after I figured out how to just dominate this map, this is exactly what I prefer to have happen on this map, is having them at the C spawn, because like I said, I could literally sit in here right there. I couldn't believe when this happened. This is just dumb luck right here. I'm gonna rewind that. I take out this guy here. This was just dumb luck. I went ahead and got stuck by a Semtex. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. It's crazy, and something that, you know, is very unfortunate that I cannot go ahead and, you know, I can't play for that. Now, after I went ahead and got my nuke, after I went ahead and went on a 51 gun streak, I'm gonna go ahead and rewind the clip right here so I can kind of reiterate and showcase another tip that you guys might have missed, or something you guys might have missed during this gameplay. Now, something that you guys need to keep in mind when playing Modern Warfare is teammate shielding. Not only do you guys want to set up hit and run tactics, not only do you guys want to go ahead and understand the spawn influencers, but you guys want to understand how to teammate shield. Now, this part of the gameplay, which you guys, like I said, the guys at the C spawn, I'm letting him be my shield. Now, because we're all flooding in the C area, I can understand that some of them are still going to be spawning in at C, but I want to have an idea of where they're going to be coming from at the C spawn. Now, you guys can see there's a teammate in front of the C flag right there. Now, in my head, I know that he's done. I know he's going to die. So, I'm going to use him as a shield and understand where the enemies are coming from. This is something you guys need to keep in mind and utilize when you guys are playing Modern Warfare at all times. It really is no shame in using a teammate as a shield, because odds are you're not mic'd up with them. Odds are they're not going to be understanding this map influencers. Odds are they're not going to be understanding the spawn influencers, and they're most likely just running on the enemy team's flag to try to get some free XP, which obviously you don't want to have happen. Now again, I have this teammate capping C again, another example of teammate shielding. I understand that he's most likely going to die as soon as he goes ahead and caps that C flag, so once he did die, I understood that, okay, they're still on the C flag, and I'm able to go ahead and get an easy pick because my teammate died. He alerted me because he died that they're on C, so I'm able to take him out very easily. That's kind of how you teammate shield, and that is something that you guys need to completely utilize when playing Modern Warfare at all times, and it's a tip that's going to allow you to improve very fast in this game. Now, the final tip that I want to discuss with you guys is to go into each and every match with a relaxed mindset and confidence that you can actually improve. You always want to have that mindset that you are up for the challenge and you can become the player that you know you actually can become as far as Call of Duty. Now, you have to understand, things do happen. Bullshit does happen on this game. You saw that my teammates during the entire gameplay were constantly trying to flip the spawns, kind of influence the spawns, influence where the enemies are going to be coming from in a manner that was, you know, less to my advantage, less to our team's advantage, and honestly would have disrupted the flow of the match. You guys saw me get killed by a lucky Simtex that literally stuck to me. You have to understand that things like this happen, things are going to be out of your control, and the best thing you can do when playing Modern Warfare is to only focus on yourself, only focus on improving your own gameplay, and believe that you can become the player that you know you could become. Have that confidence, and with some dedication, some practice, and some blood, some sweat, and some tears, you'll become that Call of Duty player that you've always thought of. Hopefully this video does help you guys out. If it did, make sure you guys absolutely smash like from the video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on those post notifications. With all being said, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Deuces. If you made it this far into the video, odds are you enjoy the content or you are a very loyal subscriber, and I cannot thank you guys enough for your everlasting support. If you guys are unaware, every single night at 11:45 p.m. Central Time, and also every single morning at 11:15 a.m. Central Time, I am live streaming over on Twitch. On Twitch, I'm playing Modern Warfare with viewers, subscribers, anybody who wants to go ahead, interact with me, or run a couple games of Modern Warfare. You can go ahead and find my Twitch channel by searching in twitch.tv/EarsXBL in the Google search bar, or going on Twitch and typing in EarsXBL. My channel is going to be the first thing that pops up. Make sure you guys go ahead and drop me a follow. We are on the road to 8,000 followers, as well as if you guys have Twitch Prime and want to hook your boy up, that would be greatly appreciated. And if you guys do actually subscribe to the channel with Twitch Prime, or actually use a tier 1 sub, make sure you guys let me know over on Twitter. My link is going to be down in the description below. Tweet me a picture and I'll make sure to follow you guys back and give you guys a personalized thank you. Appreciate all the support you guys have been showing on the videos. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I hope to see as many of you guys over on the Twitch streams as possible. With all being said, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.